PvP, I believe. And sometimes defending, if you don't find an avenue of attack, getting that mothership is a huge advantage.
Yeah, and this is actually really interesting. So CJ.herO actually going for his third Nexus here, Grubby. And it's already halfway done, and Parting looking like he'll be doing the same a little bit later. A very back and forth between these guys. The production tabs and the building tabs are looking strikingly similar every time we look at them. But Parting is going to be the one who scouts first that hero's actually put his third base down a little while ago, and I think he's going to attempt to do a little bit of damage. Can he force a cancel here?
I think hero's has enough to poke away at him and save that Nexus. He should have Warpins closer to him, and he also has Blink, right? hero's also has Blink, so he has a little bit more micro potential in this engagement.
And the Colossi just doing a little bit of pot shot damage on the Nexus, making sure it doesn't recharge its shields, forcing hero's to perhaps engage a little bit sooner than he otherwise would have liked. But we do have additional Colossi popping out. It's no longer 3 versus 3. hero's has Colossi numbers 4 and 5 joining his army as well. And so does Parting. So now in the middle of the map, the distances to the armies are relatively the same for both, and we have a lot of Colossi going down, but hero's concave's been pretty good. His Colossi have been firing almost non-stop.
Okay, wow, and they just reset all of each other's gateway in a Mortal army, losing no Colossi.
Losing no Colossi.
Yeah, so funny. Everything died. They still
the Colossi are friends. They don't want to hurt each other, but they'll kill everything else.
Nice friends.
Yeah,
nice hobby they have.
Well, Parting does have 2 Colossi on orange and yellow health, whereas hero's Colossi do tend to be a little bit more healthy. Probably not that big a difference, though. I mean, I think they're still full health. I'm not sure if any of them have taken hull damage. Probably not. We'll see if that makes a difference later.
Oh my god, they're playing it so similar. The charge timings, the Templar Archives, the third base, the amounts of units that they're doing, it's so sick. 7 Colossi both now, 3 Stalkers for Parting, 1 for CJ.herO. Parting has started to make more Colossi, whereas hero's has started to make double Immortal right now, getting Zealots and more Gateways and Templar Archives. So similar. And in that fight there, you could see how both of them were just frying each other's Gateway and Immortal armies and keeping their Colossi alive. I thought it was a risky attack by Parting, but it worked out well for him.
And the Colossi now moving out towards the center of the map from hero's. He's not terribly worried about an ambush from a Gateway army because he knows he just killed all of those units. So he's just moving out with the Colossi right now and picking off a forward pylon. Nice job of him there. And Parting is now starting to get some units at the third base location. We actually see an Archon with this composition as well. So he's slowly moving up to a more desirable end game sort of composition here. And hero's, in the meantime, is looking to see if he can do a bit of harassment at the third base.
In the meantime, there are pylons for Parting in the top left and a little bit to the right of the top left position. He's warping into Zealots. They're going to go into the third base. Ideally, the fight would start in earnest as those Zealots go in so that hero's would be completely distracted. It's not the case though. I see the probes on the minimap running away at that third base. That must mean that hero's has no warp in right now to defend himself. Whoa!
hero's had such a nice spread at the bottom of that ramp, managing to get so many pot shots out. The Colossi are on such low hit points, but now we have the Archons facing off against each other as well. Who's going to come out on top? 115 to 121 supply, and we have got a warp in of Zealots for Parting to try and tank a little bit more damage, and it looks like that is going to be forcing hero's back at this time.
Wow, it's so close between these guys. The units lost tab shows identical amounts. hero's has a little bit less probes, but let's look at this fight first. It doesn't look like there's enough mid shield here on the Colossi for Parting. hero's pushing forward, but now suddenly there's charge Zealots and the tables turn. This is insane, John. Parting is now 20 supply up and he's chasing with those Zealots. Will another Colossi be going down? Yeah, what a hero's Zealot. He chased that Colossus down, and suddenly hero's is down quite a bit.
Whoa, a second Colossus going down there. That was
One
huge.
Zealot killing 2 Colossi.
MVP Zealot right there, man. And but the supplies are still 112 to 109. These guys are in a boxing match, absolutely slugging it out with each other. And this really is a super close game.
It's such a close game. These guys are so well matched. If there was any less well matchedness, we'd be looking at the score screen right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the really well done on that Zealot, though. The smallest advantages, like we saw with the Phoenixes, could end up being a huge difference here. And that Zealot taking apart 2 Colossi as as hero's moved back out across the map, could end up playing a pretty good role. What are the Colossi numbers looking like right now for both
Colossi
players?
numbers right now, we have 2 in production for hero's on top of his already 4, and Parting has 5.
5, okay.
So it's gonna shift just a little bit in hero's favor soon. Imagine he had 2 more Colossi right now. That one Zealot should get a freaking hero's funeral.
That'd be pretty awesome, man.
That would be awesome.
I think so. Except there are so many heroes involved in this tournament. We need to call them something else. We don't
I
get them
saw
confused.
your look of confusion. Like, which hero am I talking about right now?
Hero's not dead yet, dude. Don't plan the funeral. That's harsh.
No, you're right. I shouldn't even be talking about hero sellers. That's gonna be like super confusing.
Now we have got an armor upgrade coming up from Hero now, whereas PartinG is just concentrating on his plus attack. So we have a small difference of opinion here between our two players.
It's because Hero already finished his 3-0 and PartinG is still working on it. So that is an upgrade advantage for Hero.
So what was PartinG using the gas on instead? Let's take a look at the army.
He was just forgetting to upgrade for a while. That was the real problem. It was a multitasking lag.
PartinG actually lost a couple of units there, but not too much. He went down to about 138 supply, and Hero had about a 10 supply advantage just for a short while here. But both sides appear to have taken a 4th base now. The worker count is still within 4, so pretty darn close. And both armies are still avoiding each other in the middle of the map, waiting until they actually get for their ideal unit composition.
Yeah, and at this very moment, CJ.herO is a little bit ahead. He has better upgrades, and soon he'll be 3-1 against 3-0.
Yep.
But does he know it? I mean, it's a scary moment to attack. PartinG will soon take back the equality of this game. He'll be entirely equal again because his 4th starts working earlier. He's mining off of 4 gases right now, whereas Hero hasn't started the assimilators on his 4th Nexus yet, which also isn't done yet, coincidentally. So we're going to see a lot of Archons coming in here for PartinG soon due to the gas that he has.
And a War Prism about to pop out now for Hero as well to head out with this army. A probe getting picked off in the middle of the map here. And it looks like Hero is going to get pretty aggressive, trying to pick apart a couple of Zealots here. His own Zealots with charge are able to take 2 or 3 of them out. And PartinG at this time is going to be forced back towards his 3rd base location. He wants to make sure he has this army completely and utterly covered so that a base doesn't get sniped off.
Oh no, what a miss micro. These 2 Colossi are going to come out. PartinG is out of position. And is Hero now making the same mistake? Out of position, he's rather clumped there. I think this is going to work out pretty well for PartinG in this situation. But, oh no, actually there was more. It's so hard to cast this.
The units that went up on top of the ramp basically left the Colossi alone after a while. Needs to be a little bit careful. PartinG still has that 1 Colossus on such low health. His army is split, and Hero's now moving into the natural expansion. He's going to try and force PartinG into an engagement here, and the Colossi here are so unbelievably powerful because PartinG's Colossi have moved towards the 3rd base, and Hero going even higher, just moving straight into the main, saying, look, where are you going to cut me off because I'm just moving straight in here. But a huge round of Zealots. Is this going to be enough? PartinG moving from behind with some probes and also those Colossi as well. Will it be enough to hold this off?
Oh my god, is this the genius move by CJ.herO or the biggest mistake he could be making? He's gonna lose all his Colossi.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now he did buffer a lot of that damage with probes as well, but the Colossus count is so important in this game. What is the worker count at the moment?
We have the worker count 35 against 38, which means that our observer didn't look a little bit at the Zealots, which were taking out probes at the 3rd base here. So really with equal probe counts, and PartinG up 30 supply, CJ.herO just pulled a Liquid Jaja. Remember when Liquid Jaja was at IPTL in the US? I think it was Las Vegas, and he was just taking out nerd after nerd after nerd until finally, the final match, he lost to LGIMC, moving with his whole army into the opponent's main base and getting crushed by a splash damage army with Storm, Archons, Colossi. That's what happened now. I felt like CJ.herO was doing marvelous. 1 mistake can end the game, and moving into that base, into the main base, it was a point of no return.
And so many more Colossi now out for PartinG, and he's buffering this army with a lot of Archons as well, so he's going to be able to take a fair bit of damage while he gets his Colossi into position. It looks like this might be the final engagement of the day, and StarTale.PartinG is not afraid of going into the Colossi, completely melt the Zealots at the front, doing a little bit of micro to try and keep those Archons alive as long as possible, but the superior Colossus numbers are now starting to show. No more Colossi out on the field for Hero, and PartinG is moving in to the 3rd base, completely demolishing everything. 102 supply to 18, and he has done it. GG.
And that, my ladies and gentlemen, was the lower bracket finals. PartinG will win